Hello and welcome everybody to how to use in the 2.0 update. So in this video I'll be going over stuff about Gala Alex right here. First I'll be talking how to build her, just in case if you don't know what prints you should have on her. Then I'll be going over her kit in depth with visual examples as well, with a voiceover. And yeah, so hopefully you guys do find this helpful. Feel free to like it. Just if you found it helpful, feel free to subscribe for more content as well as news to stay up to date. And well, let's just get started, right? So first of all, this is just a general team I have. Let's actually move on to a better co-op team I have. So this is a co-op team I'm using right now, alright? Honestly, I have the Agito weapon and the Agito weapon skill, because that just goes hand in hand with her very, very nicely. Catsif is very good on her for faster content, but however, just if you don't own a Catsif, you can get by. And when I say get by, I mean like literally second best option is a Shinobi. Shinobi is a very, very good option, and like one of the best Dark Dragons in the entire game right now. So that's very good. Then when it comes to shared skills, I also have the Agito shared skill, because this just makes what she does even better. And that is, in short, spamming attacks and spamming skills. She's so good at it. Then I have Ranzel's mana 70 or mana 56, I should say. First skill being for a D spell. And I will get to this further in the video, but also the poison, it does help her out immensely. But now going on to prints, these are what I have for prints. All right, I in short have the quote-unquote standard stuff. I do have crit rate, I do have the sword skill damage via Shining Overlord, in which, well, this print is a must on Galax because it just adds on her damage immensely. A Flurry Strength, because it's honestly easy to keep a combo time. In general, you just have to be good and in short know what the boss does. So yes, this is very good. A Flurry Devastation, honestly, same thing. Very good. Just need to keep a combo count, in which she can build a combo decently fast. So now these last two down here, I have Punishers here, right? I have Poison Punisher, because she does poison, in which I will get to that later off of her S2. Then I have Broken Punisher, because well, when using Galaxy a certain way, when in break, you can literally do 1,000,000 damage like 3 to 4 times. It's not even funny. So this will ensure me that I can either hit that 1,000,000 or just do even more damage in break. It is nuts. So, but let's say, for example, you don't have any of these, you can sub out some stuff for critical damage. I do recommend you at least keep the top 3, but there is actually a flurry strength down here. A flurry devastation. My bad. There's a flurry devastation down here. So yeah, you could use that to replace this one, in which will place this. You could also go with this print, actually, being a new one that just came out, at least, and also just in general, critical damage, that also works very well. But just if you're running with Apatia, you can also go with a strength double buff as well, because yeah, it's just amazing with Apatia. But yeah, though, I feel like this is like a very generalized Galaxy tool, where it's like, yeah, okay, this is going to do a lot of damage, because also I built the bench accordingly as well. I have Yasu for even more strength. I have Zena for skill damage, and also as well as a little bit of a HP barrier, I guess, to where, well, just in case if I do run low, I can begin to heal myself a little bit. Then well, the last option, you can go for a dagger, preferably Delphi. You can do Vice, but I decided to run more Punisher, because Galax also lowers defense off of her S1 as well, so therefore I'm doing just a little bit more general damage. And me personally, I've been having fun with this one a lot. I've been having a lot of fun with this set. Instead of me relying on crits, I'm just doing a little bit more damage in general. In which, well, this is still very fun to do. So yeah, that's about it for builds, I would say. So now I'm going to take it over to editing me, or my brother, I should say in this case, to where I talk about the kit more. So take it away. Thanks, past me. Let's start this off with just a very simple basic attack, alright? Let's talk about her basic attacks. When it comes to her basic attacks, she has a unique combo string to where it's not a standard, sword. It's, well, unique there. But well, also, what her standard attacks are linked to, on the top left corner, you can see a little number and bar that fills up with her standard attacks. It's called her skill reservoir. Every 5 hits, no 4 strikes, just 5 taps, fills up 1 bar without skill haste as well. That's just naturally right there. And what that reservoir does is that connects to her 2 skills, being Crisis Edge and Umbrella Erasure. And well, when it comes to them using those skills, they each consume only 1. And also, these skills are unique, being that as long as you have above 1 in the skill reservoir, you can link the skills. All right, and let's now start to get into the skill. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to go through that completely in depth, but let's just start it off nice and simple, okay? So, start off with a Crisis Edge. It lowers defense by 5% and cannot stack with any other Galaxes. Very simple. Now then, when you chain it with Crisis Edge, once again, you do not lower defense, but it does do additional damage. Very straightforward. Now then, very similar thing applies to Umbrella Erasure. Now in Umbrella Erasure, it poisons, and while following Crisis Edge, you can chain it to where it doesn't poison anymore, but it does do additional damage. Very simple. And well, when it comes to these 2 very basic mechanics, you can pair this with her chain collab as well, being that when she poisons, she gains strength 13% for a certain amount of time. And you can also top this with her Poison Punisher ability and her Defense Reduction Punisher ability. So yeah, she can get pretty nuts on damage. Now then, how you standardly use her is that you lead with Umbrella Erasure, then you spam Crisis Edge, hence the meme. But yeah, at that point it is very simple to use her when they go into overdrive, and then from there you just make sure that they're always poisoned. That way you are always making sure you have both Punishers popped. And well, obviously just if there is a already existing poisoner, you just let them do the poisoning and you just spam Crisis Edge. Because Crisis Edge, it does do a little bit more damage than Umbrella Erasure because of the amount of hits Crisis Edge does compared to Umbrella Erasure. And now we move into the little more tricky stuff about her skills, alright? And this requires alternating between the 2 skills, alright? So first, let's talk about despelling, alright? Galax does have a despell built in, alright? In order for this to work, you need to alternate between either the S1 into the S2 or the S2 into the S1. The order doesn't matter for despelling. So, when it comes to despelling now, you need 2 Reservoir, obviously, and you need them to have a buff active on them. Once they gain the buff, you will then use a skill. But then after that skill, the alternated skill will have a little blue icon on the top right-hand corner. That means you can dispel right then and there. When you dispel, they obviously dispel, and when you do the dispelling, it does not apply the initial effect, whether that being the poison or the defense down accordingly. So definitely do keep that in mind, and also it does burn a lot of Reservoir in which you will have to rebuild. Obviously for me, I prefer to run Ranzel's skill, because not only is it another poison for Galax, it's also a built-in dispel to where you don't have to worry about the Reservoir at all. So, only every once in a while should you ever dispel, but yes, definitely work up a Ranzel's skill. It's free, and it's very good on Galax. So now, moving into, finally, of what makes her broken, in short, is when the enemy, I do not know why I said that, like that, when the enemy is in break, right? When the enemy is in break, similar to how the dispel works, right? You can alternate between the S1 and the S2, or the S2 into the S1, and just dump damage, because when they're in break, you do even more damage. It's a broken Punisher built in there. So, how I normally do a break in this instance is that I start with the S2, that way I apply the poison, then from the S2, I then build up a little meter, go into the S1, build up a little more meter, go into the S2, a little more meter into the S1, because I want to make sure that I am spamming skills and getting off as much skills in break as I possibly can. Because this is where Galax shines. This is where she's meant to do the damage. And oh boy, does she pull through with the damage. Because as you can see in the videos, she can do a million. And now then, how to identify, to know when they're in break, is by the red icon in the top right hand corner when you use a skill in the break state. Not going into the break state, in the break state. And that's how you can tell, hey, I can break his kneecaps. Say no more. Now though, very quickly, just rounding her out very quick. Quickly on her co-op, it is a standard Dragon Haste, so nothing too special there. Can help with a Gala Capsif right there. And her final ability is both Paralysis and Blind Res, which just makes her pretty much amazing for light content in general. She can see all and not falter at all. She is just a monster, alright? So, that should be about it for Gala Alex. I'm probably going to play a smooth run of Galax versus Expert Cayenne right here. As for what clip, I don't know. I'll let my editor choose that one. And regardless, hopefully you guys did learn how to use Galax a little bit better. And well, hopefully you guys do have fun with her. Hopefully you guys did learn something as well. And I'll probably see you all in the next video I do. So now I'm going to let this gameplay roll through, and may you all have a fantastic day. See ya.
unsafe even if the car...